After a weekend full of backtesting, it was about time for the strategy to actually hit the market. Today was a full day. We took 7 trades, had a decent 6-to-1 runner, some harsh losers, and the day is not yet over. Let's see the trades. Okay, so let's start with the account metrics. As you can see, for the moment, for the 10th of January, we had 12 closed trades, which means that we had 6 signals today. We still have a trade open on the US dollar Canadian dollar, which I will overview in a few moments. For the day so far, we are up almost 5%. And on the account so far, we are actually, this is the graph, first of all. This is the graph of the account, and so far on the account we are up almost 6%, but this is without counting the trade that is still running on the US dollar Canadian dollar. Nothing really much to show on the metrics, so let's go to review the trades. This is the graph of the US dollar Canadian dollar. As I said in our previous live session, during this week we will only be doing this strategy on the 3 instruments that you see in your upper right corner right here. So this is the first signal that we got on the US dollar Canadian dollar, which actually turned out to be a losing one. We got triggered here and we were lost. Nothing really much to cover here. Now we have this other entry right at the beginning of the US market. Actually, the candles looked really nice on the 1 hour time frame, so I actually had high hopes for this trade. Let's walk through it like this. So first of all, let's see the 60-minute time frame. As you can see, this candle is quite huge, and we were actually expecting a break of this level here that was retested 3 times, and then maybe a fill of this liquidity gap right here, actually a fill of this market imbalance, sorry. So we actually had high hopes for this. As you can see, the EMAs actually start to cross right now, so we had a green signal to keep on looking for trades. Now moving back to the 5-minute time frame, as you can see, the EMAs are nicely fanned out right here. Sorry, you can't really see the EMAs. Okay, so now the EMAs are really nicely fanned out. So we have this retest, and then we get triggered in an hour or so, I think, after placing the position. And after we get triggered, the position with almost minimal drawdown firstly hits the 1-to-1 target, which is right here, and then goes forward and hits the 2-to-1 target as well. At this moment, we actually, after closing this trade, we actually set another pending order here, because you will see that we had this nice retest of the EMAs with a nice rejection here. The volatility is still high, so we set this pending order, and actually this is the position that is still running right now, so we get triggered right here. As an I don't know what to say, some additional notes for this trade. Actually, this trade is a little bigger than we said that we would take. The stop loss is at 19 pips, and we said during backtesting that the biggest stop loss that we can trade is close to 15-16 pips maybe. But the thing is, this position was just closed at 2-to-1, and we kind of got eager to enter another position. So this is mainly our fault. From this point on, we will make a separate note to just stick to the standard stop losses, which is at most 15 or 16 pips. And at the time of filming this video, this position is actually still running. It isn't the best position, but anyway, still full risk on the table, so still 1% risking here. And I think that's all with the US dollar Canadian dollar. So we actually had 3 trades on here, 1 lost, 1 still in running. I don't know what to forecast for this one, and a full on win. Let's see the US, actually let's see the Aussie US dollar first, because there's a bit much to cover on the US dollar Japanese yen. We had 2 trades here, nothing really much to say. There's this nice clean downtrend. The first trade was triggered right here by this bar that retested the EMAs, and after that it was smooth sailing all the way down to it was actually first at 1-to-1 and then all the way down to 2-to-1. And at this moment, actually at this retest, this is a bit to the left, when we had no risk on the table, we basically just entered another position here, just set another pending order from this retest. Again, I will just take this out. Okay, so this is the retest, and we get triggered in, and unfortunately we got stopped out. As a background for this trade, I actually wanted to look at it at on the 5-minute time frame, but on the 1-hour time frame, sorry, but there's nothing really much to cover because all the conditions were met to enter the trade. So let's shift to the hourly time frame for a moment. As you can see, the MAs are crossed. The downtrend is all the way to the downside, so there's nothing that would have stopped us taking this loss. But anyway, so just to summarize Aussie US dollar again, we had 2 trades, a win and a loss. And now the most interesting part in my point of view from today's trading is actually this trade that we took on the US dollar Japanese yen. As you can see, is marked as a 6-to-1, and I will actually walk you through this because this is a nice trade that we actually took. So first of all, this is a standard entry right here. As you can see, just let me put the take profit tool at 1-to-1. As you can see, we have a nice downtrend right here. We have a retest, the first retest after the EMAs, the candles got away from the EMAs. We have this nice retest, so we just placed a sell order right here, waiting to be triggered. The stop loss is just above this candle that triggered, that touched the EMA, sorry. And the initial take profit was actually at 1-to-1, which was hit, no problems. But then when we scrolled out to, when we zoomed out actually from for the 1-hour time frame, we actually saw something quite interesting. This is what I'm going to show you guys right here. Just one moment to zoom this out and actually find this position. Okay, so this is the chart tool right here. I don't know if you can see it. I'll just make it bigger for you guys to see it. This is the chart tool on the 1-hour time frame, the same as we placed it on the 5-minute time frame. And we noticed an interesting fact. We noticed actually this level right here that got retested twice, and it actually made the huge liquidity zone right here. And after hitting the 1-to-1, we saw the impulse going quite big to the downside, and we decided to actually remove our 2-to-1 take profit, which would have been here, because given that this level was broken with such intensity, we just decided in the present moment actually just to let the trade run. And now I'm going to scroll back to 5 minutes to explain how we actually took the trailing stop loss for this position. Just 1 second for me to make this a bit smaller. Okay, so as I said, this is what happened after the first position got hit. So after the 2-to-1 target got hit right here, the 1-to-1 target, sorry, got hit, we actually had a small retest, had a small retrace, sorry. And in real market, I know you're going to ask, this candle didn't really touch this EMA. The EMA was mostly dragged down by the huge candle that followed. So this was the 1-to-1 that was closed, and the 2-to-1 that followed was actually during this candle, which is in the middle of this impulse. So you can imagine this candle during 5 minutes that it was quite impulsive to the downside. So we just decided to take this take profit out, the 2-to-1 take profit, and just do some basic take profit trailing based on the most recent lows, the most recent highs, sorry, in this case, in the case of a sell. So first of all, we saw this inside bar here. So the stop loss was right here, targeting 3-to-1. After that, this formation took place, and we put it right here. And after that, it was it was basically this impulse right here. And this impulse, actually, we debated putting the stop loss right here on this most recent low, but we thought that it was this most recent low was a bit too impulsive, and we won't get sheltered by an eventual retest of this level. So we actually decided to leave it right here at 6 to 1, which was sheltered by this level and this liquidity zone. And as you can see, for a while it held. We had a pending position here as well, but it never got triggered. I won't mark that because there's no point in doing that. And after that, actually, the stop loss was hit. But anyway, we actually took 6 to 1 on this position, meaning that we risked $250 for it and actually took more than $1,500 for it. Let me just show you this position in the metrics. Okay, so this is the position that I'm talking about right here. So far for the trades, the US CAD isn't looking that good. I think it's close to being a loss. So this would actually even us to being plus 5% for the day. Actually, plus 4% for the day. Sorry, guys. So that was the day. Just let me know in the comments. I don't know how long this video will be, so it's already 11 minutes. I rambled a lot. I hope it was clear for you guys. We took 7 trades. We had 7 signals on the 3 pairs that we are talking about. If you have any questions, just post them in the comments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to help the channel grow, and see you in our next videos. Bye-bye.